To effectively advocate, you need to know a little bit about how government works. There's 3 branches of government. Each has a very distinct but essential role in governing people and making laws and making policies. The legislative branch on the state level includes the House and the Senate. It makes the laws and allocates funding. The executive branch on the state level includes the governor. And then the judicial branch, which is the court system, they're reviewing and interpreting the law. Majority of the time when you're doing systems advocacy, you're doing it with the legislative branch. And of course, now I have a train. But that's why it's so important to know those legislators. Occasionally, advocacy will target the executive branch. I haven't seen systems advocacy with the judicial branch, but there's lots of stuff I haven't seen. The next thing you need to know is that lawmaking is a process offering a lot of opportunities to advocate. It takes several steps for a bill to become a law, and you can advocate almost every step of the way. So the first step is the bill is introduced in the House or the Senate. That's when you start talking to your legislators about it. The second step is the bill is discussed and voted on in committee. That gives you the opportunity to provide a more targeted, more involved explanation. The third step is the bill is debated and voted on by the whole House or Senate. The fourth through the sixth step is that the bill goes to the other side, either the House or the Senate, and repeats those steps. Now, this is a real simplified version of how it works. There is a little bit more back and forth to it than that, but this is basically the system. So, when you get to it, if you get to the point where the House and the Senate agree, the bill's sent to the governor, and then the governor either signs it or it becomes law after 60 days. Without enough votes, a bill will die. It won't go forward at any point in the process. Some of those things that you might need to know is relationship building tips. Relationship building is crucial to successful advocacy. You want to know as much as you can about your legislators. I know that one of my legislators is highly involved with 4-H. I know one of my legislators owns a business. His entire family owns the business. I know that this might be important to this legislator, that legislator. That's why I pay attention to the news to see what kind of things they're doing and what they're important to, what's important to them. I look at Facebook to find out those kind of things, Facebook and Twitter. Meet people where they are. If you're going to an event, go meet them. Be careful, be helpful. Offer to provide information. Be sure about what you want to say. So, practice. The whole practice in front of the mirror thing, practice in front of your family thing, so that you're good and you're fast at what you want to say. Good communication is so important when you're an advocate. You got to get it brief. You got to get it down to what we call the elevator speech. Less than 2 minutes. Be clear on how they can help. Telling them a story and not saying, we need you to do, leaves an important piece off. Sometimes the answer is going to be no. And you want to be nice about it. Because just because the answer is no this time or this legislative session doesn't mean that the answer won't be yes next legislative session. There's also a few things to avoid. Don't give false information. If you don't know, say I don't know. I'll find out. Ask people. Remember, they don't have to accept your whole philosophy or belief system. They have to just vote yes or no on an issue. And this is hard, but don't take anything personally. They're doing the best they can, sometimes with little information, sometimes with little money, definitely in a rush. Just because the answer's no this year, it's not personal. Just because they say something that doesn't align with your belief system, you're going to find lots of people like that. Move on. So, in closing, let's remember, be polite, be positive, but you still want to show your passion. Be clear. Make sure you got your facts and your story straight. That's why I write it down. Be patient and flexible. Follow through. If they do ask you a question you don't know the answer to, and you say, I'll get it. And say thank you to everyone that helps. From the legislative aide that helped you get the appointment and answered the phone, to the person that opened the door, to the people that help you get notes to the legislators when they're in committee or when they're on the floor. All of those people are doing their level best to make this work. So let them know that you appreciate it.